Hi, everybody. Welcome out to the Log Room Guys Craft Beer Show. It is Tuesday, June the 10th, 2025. Jersey Johnny coming at you. With me, as always, is none other than Mr. Beer Samurai. Say hello, Mr. Samurai.
Mm-hmm.
Mumble hello, Mr. Samurai.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Happy National Egg Roll Day.
Happy National Egg Roll Day, everyone. Happy National Egg Roll Day. For those who celebrate, of course.
Who doesn't like egg rolls?
This is true. This is true. And nowadays, there's so many more egg rolls than there ever were in the past. Like go take yourself back to 1984 for a few minutes, right?
Wish I could.
We had you and me both, pal. We had so many delicious Chinese egg rolls, right, to eat. Spring rolls, pork egg rolls, shrimp egg rolls, all of that stuff, right? But tell me if you ever had a Southwest egg roll or a Reuben egg roll back in 1984.
Southwest egg rolls are total taquito, by the way.
Oh, of course.
No, we've
just cut on the bias. That's all, in half.
Yeah, but being who we are, Americans, we've co-opted every cuisine. I made it our own. Like we did to IPAs and stouts, we've done the same. We did the same thing to Chinese food.
Of course.
There's so much Chinese food on the menu that you will not find in China.
This is very true.
Chop suey, it's not a Chinese thing. General Tso's chicken,
not a Chinese thing.
You will not find that in China. That's an American invention.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, we'll come back to this topic.
We have to come back to this.
We'll come back to this topic. I need something to wash my egg roll down with.
How about some iced tea?
You know what? I don't think so.
Well, happy National Iced Tea Day for those who.
This is not a craft iced tea show.
Well, that's coming up soon.
We probably should do a hard.
Depending on how many egg rolls you eat, they could be coming up soon too. But.
Yeah. Well, there's only two ways for them to go.
This is very, very true.
Let's see. Let's get this. I've kind of over poured a little bit. I've gotten not quite a schnit pour, but
not quite a schnit pour.
No.
There you go.
That's pale.
That is pale.
That's pale. That's probably as it should be, right?
As it should be, I would say.
Yeah, this is Omegang Wit.
Omegang Wit. Let me throw the crawl up there for those that are interested.
From brewery Omegang. Part of the Duvel Mortgat family.
They did.
Yeah,
they bought them, or bought in, or just distributing.
Yeah, they've got what is Ducato part of that family too, I believe.
Boulevard was for a while, I believe.
Boulevard still is. Boulevard still is, and I think Ducato is as well, as is Schoof.
Yep.
Is it Durank? There's another. There's a. What's the Antwerp brewery?
Not sure.
There's one in Antwerp that belongs into that group.
Into that group.
Yeah, it is. De Koning, not the rank. De Koning.
Oh, De Koning. Yeah. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
So, yeah, so they've they've got an extended family of labels out there, but Omegang being one of the two in the U.S.
Yes, two U.S. breweries, Omegang and Boulevard.
Boulevard.
There you go. So, I am drinking. I'll throw it up there. I am drinking. I found another.
You found another what?
In the back of the fridge.
Another what?
It's not the label that I wish it still had on it.
That I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Anchor Steam Beer.
That's 2 weeks in a row that one of those been built. Right on the show. Yeah.
Yep. So cheers.
Cheers
to classic beers from classic breweries.
Well, we did classic. We did that last classic styles.
We did classic styles, right? Wow, that held up well and it's really, 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 really good.
This is probably my second favorite American wit. Third favorite American wit.
Third favorite American wit. What are your top? What are your first two?
Oh, Allagash.
Of course.
And then there's Carton's Wit Whale.
Of course.
Like that one a lot.
There you go. They are, those right there are three very, very, very good American wits.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, speaking of American wits,
thank you for acknowledging me.
I was going to say, speaking of American wits, we had John Starodumsky on the show last week.
Oh, he's the punster and a half.
He's the punster and a half. Yes, he is.
Mm-hmm.
So if you haven't guessed, folks, tonight is a Just the Two of Us episode.
We're going. we have these episodes every now and then. People should see somebody for it.
We should definitely see somebody for it. But we are going to continue the conversation we had last week with John, and but we're going to shift it from classic styles. And I know we touched on classic American. We didn't touch on classic American breweries too much. We touched on the classic styles brewed by American breweries, and a lot of the breweries we talked about were newer in the sense of the word newer, not necessarily brand new, but you know, anything that's been around for 20 years or so is still newer, right?
Going somewhere with this?
Yes, I was. No, I mean, no, we're going to talk about classic American breweries. So basically legacy brands, if you will. Brands that got us here. Okay.
Brands that got us here. Well, I thought IKEA got you there.
Yeah. You got me to and from and wherever else, but still, I digress. Brands that got us to where we are in the craft beer game, if you will. And I don't speak for everybody because, you know, those of you of the younger persuasion.
And he doesn't speak French either.
I don't. I speak a couple of words.
Omelet.
Oui. And
oui, all the way home.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. But
those murky buckets,
right? Those of you of the younger persuasion, you know, you could have gotten to where you are in the craft beer game by a brewery that's only been open for 7 years, right? So,
or by bicycle,
sure enough. But we hope that you're not that young. But in any event, these breweries are what at least got us here. When I say us, I mean myself, Samurai. John,
we're not talking about the chairs we're sitting in. We're talking into the vast and amazing knowledge of craft beer that we have.
Dave's being literal tonight, folks.
Literally,
literal. Anyway, but he's right. What got us to where we are in craft beer, where our palates are, where our mindset is, where we got, and we talked about this before. Speaking of Anchor, that I'm drinking right here, closed, coming up on 2 years now.
That's sadness.
Yeah. And I hope they do make a revival with the.
And I'm still claiming it's not my fault.
You know what? It's all of our faults. It is.
Well, yes, this is true. I can take some part of
right. Yeah. Right. And that's what we talked about, right? If all of us now, we all loved Anchor Christmas, right? And we all bought it. I still have some bottles, and I'm sitting on them for a little while longer. But point being, if we all just once or twice a year bought one extra 6-pack of just an Anchor Steam 6-pack or an Anchor Porter 6-pack or a Liberty or whatever. Chances are there's a good shot they'd still be open, right? But you know, shit happens, and it's an industry of a what have you done for me lately kind of a thing. And don't get me wrong, local is fantastic, and I preach drink local. Drink local.
You drinking any locals?
Trust me, I'm not drinking any locals tonight.
Neither am I.
No.
But every now and then you got to go outside that local and support the people that paved the way for those locals. You know, without Anchor, without Sierra, without Sam Adams, there are so many. Would we have had the craft beer revolution? Yeah, maybe eventually, but not at the time that it did happen.
Not at the time that it happened or how it happened either. So, you know, we're not in any way, shape, or form saying don't drink local. No, we do drink local, but occasionally remember the brands that got you there. When you're going out and buying some beer and you're walking around that store and you're picking out your your couple of 4-packs, some hazies, and a couple of other newer breweries that are making fantastic beer. All right, remember that shelf that has the legacy brands on it, and go over and pick up a 6-pack, pick up a 4-pack.
Well, you can do what I do, which is, I drink my locals at the breweries. I go to the breweries, I drink there. Sometimes I bring some stuff home. But the stuff that's usually in my fridge aren't from the local breweries, because I know I can go that way for a bit and be at Ghost Talk, or go even less and be at Garden State. Go over down that way and be at I always forget the one that's in Jersey City. It's because it's numbers, and I can never.
902.
902. They're over that way.
They're over that way.
Or I can go over that way, get a bus, go into Manhattan, and then go to Torch and Crown. There's, I guess, so many breweries that I consider my locals.
This is very true. Speaking of local breweries, Chuck Aaron says he's on a road to nowhere. That's where I was starting to go, but Dave wrangled me back. There you go. I got to owe it to him.
Oh, wow.
And he said, hey, guys.
Wait a second. Talking Heads has announced they are touring again.
Talking Heads are touring. All right, we're going.
Oh, yeah. Hell, I've got to go.
Dates, please.
I don't have the dates yet, but they did. There was an announcement came out there touring. So, yeah, definitely a road to nowhere. Thanks for reminding me, Chuck. Talking Heads.
Yeah, check that out. We're there.
Yeah, definitely got to go. Let's see. Talking Heads tour dates and concert history. No, this is only through 2023. There's nothing. We don't have anything new showing yet. So, we'll wait. But they said there was a tour. Yeah, pretty certain there's a tour. Was it a new album? But there is news coming out of that camp.
It's absolutely a must go. 100% a must go. Definitely. So.
Just watch Tina Weymouth play. I mean, one of my favorite bassists.
I saw a video today. Not is it this morning or no? It was over the weekend. I saw a video scrolling on Facebook, and somebody posted something. It was David Byrne doing a duet of one of his songs. I forget which song. I think it'll come to me. I'll tell it. But Olivia Rodrigo was on stage with him.
Don't know.
A newer artist.
Okay.
She's a younger one. But yeah, so it was interesting, but definitely a way to merge the generations, if you will, right? So, actually, I like when that happens. I really liked when Tony Bennett did all those duets with all the newer artists. Well, newer at the time, obviously not so much anymore, but
yeah, one of my favorites, the ones he did with Cyndi Lauper.
Sure. He did a really great one with Lady Gaga.
Yes, he did. He's done it a couple of times. Anyway, so legacy brands. And
by the way, here's to Chuck Aaron, running for re-election to his town council.
Oh, and get out there and vote. And Chuck, I don't vote in your district, so I didn't vote for you. Sorry.
There you go. Well,
I couldn't.
It's the election primary tonight, so
for the first time in ever, I actually wound up voting in the primary because I'm an independent. But this year I actually did vote in the primary.
There you go. And there you have it. So anyway, so
as political as we're going to get tonight.
He's kegging beer and listening to the show, so please, commenting along with us. That's great. We love when that happens, and everybody else too. So so back to legacy brands. Here we go. So, you know what? I mean, there's a lot of let's just mention some of them. Off the top of my head, I don't have a list or anything like that.
Well, we've already mentioned three of them. We already mentioned Sierra. We already mentioned Anchor. We've already mentioned Sam Adams. You're drinking the Anchor. I'm drinking an Omegon.
An Anchor, by the way, I'd like to point out, Anchor has been around since that year there. Talk about legacy, all right? 1896. Obviously, they haven't been around for a couple of years now. We hope they're going to make that comeback with the Chobani Yogurt gentleman. I forget his name. But let's hope that does come to fruition. We'll have to get Kevy Spaghetti on the show, and he can give us some info out in the Frisco area to let us know what's happening out there.
Hamdi Ulukaya.
Hamdi. Yes, there you go. Say that 5 times fast, but you got 6 times fast. That was really.
Yeah, I did it 6 times.
You gave it 1 extra for good luck. There.
Yes, it's a baker's 5.
It's a baker's 5. It's not such a thing.
No, just made it up.
There you go. But in any event, yeah. And then, but you know what? I'm not even saying brands that are from 1896, right? That's or Sierra Nevada is from this like late 70s.
71. No,
78, I believe.
78. No, I'm thinking Anchors was 71 when they
came back with when they made their come storming back with Mr. Maytag.
Yep.
Who I think he bought it in the 60s, but they started making their comeback in the 70s. But Fritz Maytag, but which we call it, and then of course Sam Adams in 1984. But there's a lot of other brands out there, and we're talking about legacy brands. So I mean, primarily we're talking about 70s and 80s brands, maybe a couple early 90s, but for that matter, those that grouping of breweries. You know what I mean?
When you start up in the Northeast, right? You've got Omegon, you've got Allagash, you've got Saranac, right? They were one of the earlier ones. Long Trail was back then too, were they not?
Sure.
Ithaca.
Yeah.
Right. Ithaca pretty much pioneered the IPA on the East Coast with Flower Power.
They did. And then you got some breweries that back then. From the Northeast that aren't around anymore. Catamount, which and even Pete's Wicked Ale.
It's wicked pissa.
Wicked pissa.
Pete's Wicked. Ipswich.
Ipswich has been around for a bit.
Ipswich. Out of there. Then you got to get the Pennsylvania, and then you're looking at Trogs, and you're looking at Victory, and you're looking at Weyerbacher.
Yeah, well, looking at here we go, the oldest breweries in the United States, and of course I'm going to be filtering some because this has some macros in here, but obviously we know in 4 years the oldest brewery in the United States will be, and it is technically according to the Brewers Association a craft brewery. The oldest brewery in the United States will be 200 years old.
200 years old. That would be Yuengling.
That would be Yuengling, yeah. 1829, Yuengling started. So 4 years, they're 200 years old.
Damn.
What you call it? Minhas Craft Brewery in Wisconsin. Minhas, yeah. In 1845. Skipping ahead to number 5 because we don't need to talk about the other two. Number 3 and number 4. But Stevens Point.
Wow, yeah.
1857 Stevens Point was
really
was established. Shell's Brewing in Minnesota, 1860. Frankenmuth Brewing in Michigan, 1862. So these aren't household. Some of these aren't household names. We may know them, but
heard of them. But
Stevens Point, I mean, that's so we bring Stevens Point up at least once a year when we talk about whole hog pumpkin, right? So,
yes, this is true.
But getting to number 8, everybody, including people that don't necessarily enjoy craft beer, know this one, and that's Jacob Leinenkugel. They were
Summer Shandy.
Summer Shandy and other beers, of course. They used to have a line of Big Eddies. Remember the Big Eddies?
I remember the Big Eddies.
They were fantastic beers. They really were good. And then
something happened to Leinenkugel.
Oh, they got bought by another bigger company.
There was so
it may or may not have been acquired by Miller, but we don't know.
They did, and then the beer became not so good.
Although I do have to say I've been to Leinenkugel in Wisconsin, and they do brew some beer there still, and
that stuff's good,
and it's decent. So
we used to do at Cloverleaf Tavern. There was this bartender Matt who had moved on, but him and I loved messing around with blending beers on tap.
Sure. Oh yeah, I love the story.
one of his favorite things that he did, and he said to me, he's like, okay, I'm going to do something. I'm going to take 2 beers that I know you don't particularly like, and I'm going to combine them and turn them into something you're going to love. I'm like, what are you going to use? It's like Harpoon Raspberry UFO. I'm like, oh, please don't. And Lonnie Kugel stuff are chatty. I'm like, oh, please don't do this. And he blended them, and he gave it to me, and it was raspberry lemonade. And it was actually pretty damn good.
Yeah, I mean, I got to be honest with you. That was the first time I tasted UFO raspberry from Harpoon. I was pleasantly surprised that the beer tasted that good. Now, it's not a beer that I could drink a bunch of, right?
No,
right.
It's a little too sweet.
It's a little too sweet, but having one, or it's a hot day too.
Yeah,
it's enjoyable. And funny story about that. I'm on one of the, I went to the Harpoon several times over the years and took the tour and so forth and so on with other people that came up with us and took them on the tour with us. And one of the times I took the tour, there were two guys doing the tour, and we got to the tap room that you took a break from the tour and you had a few pours, right? You can taste all the beers, right? And they were talking about a lot of the ones that were on tap, and Harpoon Raspberry was on. Excuse me, the UFO Raspberry was on tap, and he says we have this, and this, and he says we have UFO Raspberry, and before all of you guys out there, think it's a chick beer, hold on 1 second. And he says, I'm going to point over to, I don't know what his name was. Let's just call him Joe, right?
Joe.
And I'm going to point over to Joe over here. Watch Joe. And then he narrates. Joe is taking the glass and he's pouring himself a UFO raspberry, and he stops pouring and he holds it up to the light and he looks at it and he drinks it, puts the empty glass down, still a man.
Interesting.
It was pretty funny the way they did it. It was pretty good. But I will tell you one thing. They had in that tap room, they had like 16 beers. They had Harpoon Ale on tap,
which, as we discussed earlier, is now the name for the original,
which was basically the original IPA. It's kind of migrated to that. But Harpoon Ale, I mean, it was Harpoon Ale is what we all had first, right? So, but that was on tap, and I'm like, they have Harpoon Ale on tap. So I parked myself right in front of the one guy that was bartending. He says, what do you want? I go, I'll have a Harpoon Ale. He goes, okay, boom. Pour me a Harpoon Ale. I'm drinking that. Comes back to me. I finished it. He goes, what do you want now? I go, I'll have a Harpoon Ale.
There you go. Another thing that I remember about fucking around with the taps at Cloverleaf, they had talked about another legacy brand, a Founders Takeover.
There you go.
And they had KBS on tap.
Mm-hmm.
But they also had Cerise on tap.
Nice.
And I looked at Matt and said, have you blended those two yet? He goes, no. And I don't know why. So he goes, well, what should our ratio be? Let's start off half and half, and then, we can adjust from there. So he pours one, half and half. We both take a sip of it. Both agree nothing needs to be done to it. He has one of the other bartenders go get the owner of the bar, well, the owner's son, Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's running it. He's running the whole thing now.
Oh, it's Ryan's place now.
Yeah,
right? Ryan's grandfather started the place. So.
His great grandfather started.
This might have been his great grandfather, but the picture on the wall is his grandfather.
Yeah, then the wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
But so he gets Ryan. Ryan comes out, takes a sip of it, goes, what am I drinking? So he was told. He looks at Matt. He looks at me. And Matt goes, no, Samurai. He's like, all right, put it on the POS. What are we calling it? So that thing ran on the POS until I think Cerise kicked first.
That would make sense.
Yeah, Cerise.
Why would it? Why wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, Cerise is their cherry ale.
Mm-hmm.
So we basically called it a bourbon soaked chocolate covered cherry, and he said you got to come up with something shorter that's too long for the POS.
There you
go. What are you writing down there, John?
I'm just going through a couple of breweries that I want to bring up, just checking a couple of dates, making sure that I had them right. But
make sure check those dates. Make sure they're not figs. I get confused all the time.
I hate it when I think figs are dates, or dates are figs. Anyway,
It's a matter of the seeds. The dates
Exactly.
have those big seeds in the middle, and then the dates have like 10,000 little seeds in there.
correct. Brewery 11, or Brewery 9 actually, Straw Brewing in Pennsylvania is 1872, but the 11th, we're skipping 3, 4, and 10.
Okay.
Okay. In case you're really, really concerned, 3 is Anheuser-Busch,
No
4 is Miller,
kidding.
and 10 is Coors. All right, so we're leaving them off. But 11, Genesee.
Jenny Cream.
Jenny Cream, 1878.
For sale.
12 is Spetzel in Texas.
That's special.
Shiner.
Yeah, Shinerbach.
Shinerbach. And that's 1909. 13 is the Chalk Beer Company in Oklahoma, 1919.
Okay.
And this is weird. This is interesting. The third brewery in third place in 1852 is Anheuser-Busch, Missouri, right? Okay. Number 14 is Anheuser-Busch, New Jersey.
So that big ass thing right by the airport.
1951.
That's when that was built?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
1951. So
That thing's a monster.
Yeah, so next year it's 75 next year.
Yay. We should celebrate.
But screw that. Okay, 15. Number 15 is Sierra Nevada. I was wrong too. It was 1980. Technically, it became
80. Okay.
Yeah, they were brewing. I mean, he was brewing before that. Ken Grossman was brewing before that, clearly. But 1981, Red Hook.
Makes sense. Yes.
1983, Geary's.
Okay, I would have. For some reason, I would have guessed that Geary's came before Sierra, but I mean, Red Hook.
Red Hook. Yeah. 2 years later, 83. 84 was McMenamin's.
Okay.
Widmer's 84 as well. Sam Adams is 84. Millstream in Iowa is 85. Enough of that though. So I wanted to bring up three other breweries. One, just as a side note, because I want to talk about some of their beers for a minute. And that would be this brewery right here, because I'm opening my bottles tonight with this.
I've heard of them.
Okay. So Great Lakes in Cleveland, Ohio. I've been, really cool space. A lot of history there. They were founded in 1988.
That long ago, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Which means the founders may have remembered when the river was on fire.
This is very, very true. And what's the name of that river?
Cuyahoga.
The Cuyahoga. Very good.
Yep, they have so polluted it set on fire. Also, the first city in the Union to claim bankruptcy.
This is very true.
It's what was its nickname at that time, John?
The Mistake on the Lake.
Mistake on the Lake.
Yeah. I got to be honest with you, if you haven't been to Cleveland, that's what you think, right? It's a Mistake on the Lake, Cleveland. Everybody makes it. It's a brunt of a lot of jokes, right? Cleveland's a really cool town.
I have heard.
There's a lot of good beer. There's a lot of good food, and there's a bunch of really cool things to go do. And at the top of the list is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Of course.
It's amazing. So go if you can. Go. The other two breweries I want to bring up are mine and Dave's next beers. You ready for your number two? Or are you still drinking your wit?
I'm still drinking my wit, but my number two, I don't think is from the brewery that your number two is from.
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
We're actually going to flip flop for our second and third.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually pouring my number two right now.
Pour your number two.
Oh, I forgot the beautiful amber color of this beer. I haven't had this beer in a while.
This beer is really, really cool. And if you know what, I'm gonna have to get a hold of some of this.
Yeah, when I saw this, and we're talking, oh man, it just hit my nose.
The pine. I love it.
This is like being outdoors, which earlier today was not advisable, but it's nice out now. Centennial IPA from Founders.
Mm-hmm.
What a great beer. And I got to say, a shout out to the liquor store over by the Lidl. What this lady does is she'll get in a bunch of stuff from a brewery, and then rather than just put all of the 4-packs or 6-packs out,
Mm-hmm.
she'll break a bunch and make a combined
Nice.
pack.
Yeah, you've told me that a bunch of times. I'm loving that fact that she does that.
It is so cool. Love it. So this one came with West Coast All Day. So if we weren't doing legacy beers and legacy, that I would have been drinking that, and I can't wait to get, because I haven't had one of those. But the wit came from there as well. But I did get a 4-pack of that. That might be a good. Wits are great beer cocktail beers, by the way.
Wits are fantastic cocktail beers.
Yes. So I might be playing around with this for a beer cocktail.
And you know what? While I wait for this head to go down a little bit on my next beer, and we'll get to that, I will say one thing. It's Founders that you're drinking.
I am drinking Founders and
Centennial. For those of you that haven't heard it, because this is an audio podcast as well, he's drinking a Centennial IPA. You did say it, okay?
Yeah,
Centennial IPA from Founders Brewing.
Yep, I said that too.
Founders, actually the newest of all the ones we're going to talk about tonight, 97. So it's 28 years old.
Founders, really.
Yeah. In Grand Rapids, Michigan. Really, really, really cool spot. Good food. Really, really cool bar.
Speaking of really, really cool, we have a comment.
We do have a comment.
From a very, very cool person.
Very, very cool person. And it is Mr. Gene Lynch. Hey, the Log Room guys. How are you, Gene?
Yeah, and I know he's cool because he's got his air conditioning on.
He does have his air conditioning.
That's why he's cool.
This is very, very true. Let me take my obligatory picture.
We're going to let John take his picture here. When he's done taking his picture, we'll cheers Gene. Gene's out there living the dream every day.
Every day.
Touring the breweries up by him. Still got to get up to Alias. I haven't been to Alias yet.
I'm going to get up there myself. We'll have to plan a day to go up that way.
Mm-hmm.
Just before we cheers, my beer that I'm drinking.
Your beer. You're drinking
I'm drinking Black Butte Porter from Deschutes Brewing, Bend, Oregon. All right.
The word bend and the word butts in there. So there's a joke in there somewhere.
I see what you did there. Back also 1988, same as Great Lakes.
Let me see that pour. It's a Butte Clark.
There you go.
Cheers.
By the way, this is Willie Becker night, if you haven't guessed.
This is not a Willie Becker.
No, it's not. But you have one there, and my first one was in a Willie Becker, and there you go.
This is a lambic glass, isn't it?
That is a lambic glass. Yeah,
it's a lambic glass, but I drank a wit out of it, which is fine.
Anyway, so cheers, Gene.
Cheers.
There you go.
Oh,
go ahead. You first.
This drinking Centennial really friggin' takes me back to the beginning of the American IPA revolution, the West Coast revolution, when West Coast hops started flooding the market. Cascade, Centennial, Chinook, Citra, and I always forget the fifth C. Centennial, Cascade, Chinook, Citra, and Columbus.
Columbus, yeah.
When the 5 C's hit, and we're just getting all these pine notes, these dank notes, and all the grapefruit notes. And when you get something like Centennial that is still rich in malt, but is throwing that really resiny pine, no one's doing that anymore.
No, nobody is. Nobody wants that because, they don't want any, look, there is a major market. I'm going to turn the crawl off of my Black Butte Porter. I'll talk about that in a minute. But there is a major, there's a lot of really good New England IPAs out there. And look, and as far as I'm concerned, it's a different animal than a West Coast, or for that matter, just a regular American IPA, right? Yeah. It's a different beer. It's just a different beer. Plain
as say it's the IPA for people that don't like hops.
There's in most, not all, most New England IPAs, there's no IBUs. All right. in all New England IPAs, there's no discernible IPUs.
There is. I'll say one thing though. They say the statement that New England IPAs are IPAs for those who don't like hops. That's not true, because they've got a lot of hop flavor. They're IPAs for people who do not like alpha acids.
Right. There you go. That's a better way to put it. 100%. They don't like resin. They don't like grass. They don't like earth. They don't like that. They don't like that bitterness. They don't want the bitter, like the piney bitterness. Right. They don't want that. So that's you're absolutely right. They don't like alpha acids. That's probably the best way it's been put that I've heard.
They don't want hops added any sooner than 3 minutes before the boil ends.
3 minutes? No. Just right at flame out. That's it.
Right at flame out. Put it in. I thought that's where the aromatics go in.
So there are no bittering hops in IPAs, in New England IPAs.
No, they don't put them in at 5 minutes before the end of the boil.
Negative.
Right? Bittering goes in 5 minutes prior?
You can put bittering in for the whole thing. I mean, 60 minutes. 60-minute IPA has bittering hops in it throughout 60 minutes.
Yeah, that's true.
And then from there.
But the flavoring hops go in at 3. 3?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, towards the end of the boil.
It's between 5 and 3.
I mean, it depends on the recipe. It depends on who's brewing it. Depends on what you're trying to get out of it. That's all part of the recipe. It's not just the hop addition. It's when you would add that hop. That's all part of parcel of the recipe. We have a comment from Mega Wink Pub.
Mega Wink Pub.
Cheers from Haddon Heights in New Jersey. There you go. Drinking schnitz of homebrew lager while I really should just let it lager.
Hey, you know what? First of all, the fact that you've got a Luker at home, I'm impressed as hell.
Exactly.
Or if you do a schnit the way we do a schnit, where we've just completely overpoured and we're calling it schnit.
And we're calling it a schnit already.
Because we don't want to admit we aggressively poured it.
This is possible too. But in any event, yeah. So cheers to you, Mega Wing Pub. Thanks for watching. And I'm actually drinking out of a mechanical glass, which is it's closer to you in Haddon Heights than it is to either of us.
They got a question. We have a question.
And we have a question. Well, I'll get to. I want to answer the question first. I'll get to Black Beet Porter in a minute.
Yeah.
So we have a question from YouTube, and Mega Wing Pub's on YouTube as well. But from KO, what are your go-to beers at a bar?
Depends upon the bar.
Depends on the bar. If you want to go first, you want me to take it first?
Well, if it's an Irish pub and all they have is Anheuser-Busch products on and macros, I'm getting a Guinness.
Yeah, I'm Irish bar. I'm having a Guinness.
And if it's an actual true Irish pub and they've got a lot of Irish beers in, yeah, I may go get a I have a
Smithwick's, to be honest with you.
Yeah, or a Smithwick's.
Or I'll do a blacksmith.
Yep.
And I don't need to wait till March 17th every year just to have my blacksmith. So I could do that year round. That's fine.
Now, if it's like a restaurant bar,
Sam Adams.
Usually it's a Sam Adams. Sometimes you got Sierra Nevada Pale.
Sometimes they have some Sierra Pale on. I'll have that.
As we mentioned last time, they've managed to stick around for a long time because they've got themselves in so many national chains.
Sure. Although I will be the first to tell you that in the state of New Jersey, a beer that's becoming relevant on almost every tap line, no matter what the place is Cane Head High.
Head High. And I was going to say, if we're talking a bar in New Jersey, it's going to Head High is usually the go-to. Yeah,
because almost, you're bound to find. There's not many bars you're going to find that'll have a Sierra on or Sam Adams on and not have Cane Head High.
Right. So, in this state.
But that's New Jersey, not every other bar. But I'm assuming the question is carte blanche to any beer, maybe style, maybe it's a national one as well, or an import. So let's do all three.
Okay.
Right? So I'll take style first.
Okay.
My go-to, if I have my choice, it's going to be something malty, and it's going to be something that's either a German style or an English style, or Czech style. That would be my go-to. Whether it be like a crackery bready Pils, whether it be a a Dunkel or a Doppel or something along those lines, or just a Hef.
Well, if it's my first beer,
uh-huh.
I want something crisp and light.
Well, no, well, yeah, first beers, yeah. I mean, there's first beer, second beer, third beer. He's saying go to, so the KO is saying go to. I don't know who it is, but
they're a knockout.
Yeah, they are a knockout.
Yeah, it's a knockout.
But beer brewery wise, if it's the States, I mean, if I can find, if Founders is on, because one of those legacy brands, I usually look for something local. I'll be honest with you. Okay,
this was going to be my overall answer to
all
three of the way you broke it down.
Yeah, if I'm home, if I'm local to myself, it could be local, but chances are I've had everything already.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll look for one of those legacy brands if I'm home, or one of those if they have them. I'm fortunate enough to bump into one of them as we're talking about right now. But if I'm out in another part of the country, even if it's only the next state over or anything like that, 100% I'm having something local.
Yeah, and John and I both we travel. We travel for beer, not entirely for beer, but primarily for beer. Yeah, and so we're traveling to try new beers. Mm-hmm. So if we're at a bar in a town that we don't exist in, we're like, and I'll even put it this way: if I don't have a brewery visit scheduled for a particular brewery, and I see them on tap somewhere, and I know I'm not going to get to that brewery, that's the one I'm going to pick.
There you go.
Because I was just at this brewery, that was some great stuff, but I had that. Right. I'm going with this.
Right.
So
and I've done the same thing, Dave. And to be quite honest with you, I've been somewhere where, okay, you got your schedule. We're only in town for another day and a half. And I know what I'm visiting tomorrow and what I'm going to visit really quick on the next day. And then we're out of town. And I can't get to that brewery and it's on tap. And I have it, and it's so damn good.
Yeah, change your itinerary.
Change my damn schedule. I get to that.
I've done that.
Yeah.
So KO, great question. I hope we answered it somewhere in that rambling.
I hope some of that actually worked, but I do want to get back to this Black Butte Porter. This beer, I haven't had it in a while, and I did grab a bottle of this, and I know a place that actually has multiple 4-packs available, 6-packs available of this, and I'm definitely going to grab a 6-pack of this. This is fantastic. This is an amazing American porter. This is so damn good.
I think the last time I had it, we were in Utah.
That would make sense.
I think it's the last time I had it, and it may or may not have been on tap.
There you go.
So it looks like we have another question.
We do have another question. Jay McCarthy on YouTube tonight is saying, "What are the 5 best beers?" Well, that's a loaded question. Are you looking for us to what you would call KO says, "Thanks for answering." You got it, KO.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Thanks for the question.
But back to Jay McCarthy. If you're looking for us to enlighten the world on the 5 best beers ever, we're not going to be able to do that, and I'm going to tell you why. Not that we don't have faith in our palates, but beer is subjective. Everybody has a different palate. Everybody likes different things. We can tell you what our 5 best beers are, or our 5 favorite beers.
I can't even do that.
I said could. We could, right?
It changes.
But it does. And part and parcel of that, or the proof, I shouldn't say part and parcel. The proof of that is we do several shows a year that are repeat shows. And the top 3 list that we do on those shows is it repeats from the year before. And it's, for instance, our favorite Christmas ales or our favorite pumpkins or mind you, or whatever it is. And Oktoberfest, our favorite Oktoberfest beers or German lagers or whatever it is. And those lists do change. Generally, they don't change that far. Maybe year to year, the same 5 or 6 beers revolve. The 3 list revolves around the same.
I don't think my Christmas beers have ever changed, have they?
No, my number 1 certainly hasn't. My number 3 or 2 has moved a little. My number 1's the same, but that's a great question. But you know what? I mean, I can't say Holy Grails, because Holy Grail kind of gives the intention of I haven't had it.
Your ISO, not your ISO list. Okay.
Yeah, it's not my ISO list. I'm a holy grail list. It denotes something that I'm looking for. I've had it before. So my favorite beers that I've had, my all-time faves, if you will. I could probably rattle off in no particular order. I'm not going to go you number one, number two, or whatever. But and I've said these on the show before. Aventinus,
Yeah.
Schneider Weiss
Hey,
Aventinus.
have I ever mentioned?
Shut up. Which we call it number two. Weihenstephaner Hef. That's up there too.
Have I mentioned that? Oh, never mind.
Shut the fuck up. You read Sticker Alt. Have I mentioned that I got the last? Right.
Yeah, we know this one.
Yeah. You read Sticker Alt. That's up there too.
Yeah, that's the day that John sticked it to me.
Stuck it to you. Yeah. At a fantastic beer bar that he'd never been to before, and it clouded his judgment on how good this place was. So.
I'll be back, but
you'll go back.
I'm gonna make a.
Go ahead, go for it. I'll give you another two, but go ahead, Dave.
No, I'm gonna make an attempt at actually answering the question, maybe in the spirit that it was asked, because when you talk about the best beers on the planet, there are obviously so many different opinions out there, but there's some that are always mentioned within that framework. Westvleteren 12 being one of them.
Mm-hmm. I'll give you a fourth, St. Bernardus 12.
St. Bernardus 12.
That would be a fourth on my list. So there you
go. Heady Topper is always mentioned. Now, do I agree or disagree with these? I'm not going to say, because my opinion really doesn't matter that much. This is my palate. What are some of the other ones that have? There was always like Kate the Great. Back in the day, was considered one of the greatest imperial stouts on the planet. To the point that they had to have a lottery for people to get it.
100%.
And that was out of Portsmouth Brewing. They lost that brewer. They lost that recipe. They had to stop. They stopped making it. Sexual Chocolate was another one. It was one of the first beers that was ever reported that people lined up to buy. Mm-hmm. So
I've had it at the brewery. So that's all I have to say.
Says I have too, and I had it with a pimento cheeseburger.
Nice, very nice.
It goes very well with pimento cheeseburgers. So when you talk about the 5 best beers, even those have changed through the years.
Sure, of course.
As far as whatever ranking you want to use that's out there.
Yep.
Now we got so many different ways to rank beers, and every friggin' beer list that ever comes out, there's always people going, "Fuck you, that's wrong. You left this beer off." Oh, why is that beer on there? That beer hasn't been relevant for 15 years.
Right, but you know what? I mean, again, as I said, everybody's palate is different. Everybody's judgment is different. Everybody's desires for what they want to drink that day, that week, that month, that year, whatever, is different. And that is fluid too, no pun intended.
Right? Intend your puns, you coward.
I know. But whatchamacallit? But yeah, I mean, I could give you a list. I mean, I might as well just wrap up. This 5 I'm giving you, and I said Aventinus, Schneider Weiss Aventinus, Weihenstephaner Hefeweizen, Uried Sticker Alt, St. Bernardus 12. I might as well wrap it up by I want to just stay international at this point, right? Because I can do a separate top 5 list for the United States, right? But these beers, the ones I'm giving you, are stuff that you can get, and you can pretty much get anywhere. Uried is probably going to be a little difficult to find, but you can still get it. Well, right? The others you can just get. They're everywhere.
Considering what I think one of the best 5 beers ever brewed, you can't get. Well, you can get it, but it's not brewed the same way it was. And that was Pilsner Urquell.
Right, it's different.
They took the wooden tanks out. They replaced it with stainless. When it was one of the only things that I bemoaned about the Iron Curtain falling,
right,
is when the Czech Republic at the time, now Czechia, actually they were Czechoslovakia. Had they split? They hadn't even split then. They were still Czechoslovakia.
Yeah. Yeah, it was Czechoslovakia. Yeah.
When the Iron Curtain came down, it's like, okay, wow, we can actually make profit and then turn that profit back into enhancements in the brewery.
Right.
And they took that profit, ripped out all their wooden tanks, and put in steel tanks.
That was the biggest problem. That's the biggest issue that they did. Yeah.
That's the only thing. So you want to go on to the next question?
I got to finish the last question.
Yes, right. You're on 4.
I'm on 4. Yeah. You know what? I'm just gonna go out and say, my other one is from Head Anchor. It's another Belgian, and it's Cuvée Van de Kaiser Blau.
Yeah, you brought that up quite a few times.
Yeah. So those would be my top 5. And again, these are beers that anyone. Your Reach is probably going to be the hardest one to find, but you can still get it. The other 4,
Van de Kaiser is not that easy to find. It's about as difficult to find.
Cuvée Van de Kaiser is available though throughout it's imported well, and it's available throughout the states, as is Saint Bernardus 12, as is Aventinus, as is Weissteiner Hef. But I'll give one honorable mention. All right, and it's a Polish beer.
It's a Polish beer.
Żywiec Baltic Porter.
That is probably the best Baltic Porter out there.
Mm-hmm. That would be my honorable mention for that list, because I had to give an honorable mention. I mean,
you got it.
Who are Dave and I if we don't do a top something list without an honorable mention?
I didn't even bother structuring my reply.
There you go.
So Jay, again, we probably didn't answer your question too well, but but thank you for the question.
Yeah, and to be quite honest with you, in the States, I could give you. You know what? Take a look. Go to the website. I'm not even just asking you to do this because I want you to visit the website. It's www.lagerroom.com. Later this week, not now. Later on this week, check it out. I'll post it on the Facebook group as well as everywhere else. I'm going to do this list and I'm going to do a little article on it. But as far as the American beers go, there's my top 5 favorite of all time. But I guarantee you 4, if not all 5 of them, you're not going to get, because they either don't make them anymore, or they make them so infrequently you're never going to find it. But I'll do my 5 I'll do my top 5 that you can get, that are brewed in the States, that are available at some point during the year, if not all year long. So
there you go.
I'll do that as well. But let's move on. William Afton on YouTube says, "What is your favorite color of beer?"
See, now I was waiting for this to come up. Yeah. And I poured my 3rd one. So give me a because you know why? Because black is beautiful.
Black is beautiful. There you go.
Give me a 40 on the SRM scale any damn day.
Dark.
That is dark. That is the top.
The maltier, the better. I'm a malt guy. I love hops. Don't get me wrong. I love hops. Now the first time, and I've said this before on the show, Dave agrees with me, I'm sure. And he's the same way. The first time I ever had a really piney, resiny, alpha acid filled IPA, I almost did a spit take because I was like, what the hell am I drinking? Now give me a handful of whole cone hops and I'll just put them in my mouth and eat them.
Yeah.
So I do love my hops, but I love my malt better.
I love my malts better. I'm not one of those who just drink stouts seasonally. I will drink them every season of the year.
Dark is not a flavor. That's what everybody says. Dark is not a flavor.
John and I were talking earlier today about him getting his oil changed on the car. And frankly, I don't get my oil changed normally until it looks like this.
Yeah, right.
There's
as long as it's not low, as long as there's enough oil in there. As long as you can, what did you say? As long as you can see the striations.
So there's the little striations on the tip of the dipstick there. And when I say dipstick, I'm not talking about John. But if you can see through the oil to see the striations.
I resemble that remark. And I own it, damn it.
But what I like is when you've got a beer and you open it up and you start pouring it and it glugs. And those of you out there who are stout fans, you know what I mean by glug, where you've taken the bolt out of the bottom of the oil pan of your car.
You ever drink old engine oil? And I don't mean that.
You're talking about Harveston's.
Harveston's old engine oil. I'm not talking about old engine oil.
You beat me to it. But that particular thing, there's a British brewery, Harveston's, that does a beer called Old Engine Oil because it is that black and it does glug out.
It glugs like you would Like there's no tomorrow with Clugs.
Oh, it's beautiful.
So we got Brian Boak has joined us. Oh, first of all, Mega Wing Pub said your Urgell was on my was on tap was my go-to in the mid-90s, 100%.
You know what's interesting? I was even in the Czech Republic, actually on my birthday last year. And the first beer I drank in the Czech Republic was an Urgell. I drank it with one of those big fried ham hocks.
Yeah.
Oh my God, and they had these sausages that looked like they were like some kind of spicy ketchup, but they're still so damn good. And I drank the Urgell. I figured, okay, I'm in Czechia. It should be so much better than back at home. No, you have to. You got to drink it. Just like when I go to the Netherlands. What am I gonna order when I'm in the Netherlands, John?
Heineken or Stella, of course.
I will drink a Heineken while I'm there.
Well, Stella's Belgian.
But once. Stella's Belgian, yes.
Same company, but
I'll drink a Heineken while I'm there. But
that's not
probably just the one.
Stella's Bud, actually.
Stella's AB and Bev.
Yeah, you're right. Heineken. Oh, Amstel Light. That was the other. That was where I was going.
Amstel Light, named after the Amstel River, is it not? It's a town.
That's the town. That's what it is.
The town? I thought it was the river. Anyway,
it could be both, actually.
But Urgell now, and it's funny because we mentioned last week that Sacred Profane is being brought into New Jersey finally.
Finally.
Thank you, Lactose Boys, for that one.
Cheers to you.
They know who we're talking about.
Those of you in the know, you know who we're talking about.
But if you know, you know. Up in Biddeford, Maine, is Sacred Profane, and
hold on. I'm having a religious experience.
Can I finish the story while you're having your religious experience?
Yeah, go ahead.
You didn't hear this.
I'll join you in a minute.
In Sacred Profane, they're the first tank room in the United States, and what I mean by tank room is they actually reached out to, I think it's the government of Czechia that allowed them to import Chechen beer tanks, so the tanks are up above the bar. It's really fucking cool. But at the time they only did pale and dark, and they ordered a pale. We took it upstairs. I sat down, and I'm just looking at it. I'm just appreciating it at first. I took my first sip of it. Then Carrie looked at me and goes, "Are you crying?" I went, "No, I'm I'm channeling the font. I'm getting a little misty." It was the closest.
I'm getting a little misty.
It's the closest thing that I had to what Urgell used to taste like. Was out of that tank at Sacred Profane. It was just so she asked us, "This is exactly like." I said, "No, nothing will ever. How could anything ever be exactly like what Urgell was?" So if you're ever in Bedford, Maine, get to Sacred Profane, get a pale off the tank, Mega Wig, and tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, do that. Definitely do that. Brian Boak commented. He says, "Cheers. Late night at work. Need a beer."
I didn't know that he worked.
First beer, Drownlands Milieu, 9% Belgian triple.
That's a damn good beer.
Milieu is a very, very good beer. Cheers to you, Brian.
Cheers.
And we got to talk to you anyway. I'll text you later. We got a date for this year's tailgate show.
Yes. And I've got beer. I got to bring Brian.
And yes, we
I've got his
beer
money.
that the three of us got. All right, we'll drink one of them on that show, plus some others. And then we got some tailgates and everything.
Let me see if I can do this, and you can show you. Oh,
you know it's going to go out.
You're
going to disconnect, right? There you go. I knew that was going to happen. So.
Yeah, I did. I disconnected. There we go. We're reconnected. Is it? Where do we go? It's
I'm waiting.
There we go. It just.
There you go.
You can see them all right there.
All lined up. Very nice. You took a good picture, I'm assuming.
Yep. So anyway, let me put this back.
There you go. There he is. And you.
Except now it's focused on my
right on your belly. There you go.
I need a wide angle lens.
But in any event, yeah. So your third beer. Let's put that up because we didn't do the crawl yet.
Okay, so this is seriously.
We
dark.
flip flopped our beers. The last beer Dave was drinking from Founders, I was drinking from Deschutes. So this beer, Dave is drinking from Deschutes.
From Deschutes, and this is
The Abyss, barrel aged
And
imperial stout.
I forget what year this is.
21 or 22, I'm thinking.
I know it's one of the older ones. I know it's since 1988.
We said that already.
This was packaged on 5/3/77. I think the feet of the twos got cut off.
This beer is 48 years old. There you go.
Does that not look like 77?
Let me see. Yeah.
I'm pretty certain
It's
that's
22.
22. They didn't exist in 77.
It's 22.
Yeah, so 22. This is over 3 years old. There's no soy sauce to this.
That's
whatsoever.
a beautiful one.
If you remember the first one, I did drink the first. I got like 3 of these, and I drank the first one on the show. And if you remember, I was disappointed because it threw soy. So that was obviously a flaw from
that
cap,
particular bottle. Yes, exactly.
because this one's not throwing soy. This is bitter as hell, which is awesome.
That's awesome.
So anybody who's listening who likes stouts, tell me, do you prefer the sweet lactose pastry stouts? Do you prefer the barrel aged stouts that are nice and rich, or do you like those nice, harsh, roasty, challenging stouts that go so well with a cigar? That's a good question for the listeners right now.
There you go.
So
I'm just checking. I'm just checking something. I'll tell you later. There you go.
Okay.
But my third beer, I went
jury duty again.
No, I'll tell you about it later. It's fun. It's a fun thing.
Oh, are the DNA results?
They are.
Oh.
It's a litter. No, I'm kidding. My third beer, I went to Founders, and it would be one of these. I talked about Scotch Ale being one of my favorite classic styles last week. Having Founders Dirty Bastard. There you go. It is an 8.5% Scotch Ale, and there it is right there. It is a beautiful, beautiful Scotch Ale. Look at that.
That's probably 35.
I would say 30, 35, 38, somewhere in there. High 30s.
Yeah. Yep. Super, 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 super dark brown.
That is, oh my God, this is so good. This beer is insane.
Dirty Bastard. I love that.
Backwards Bastard is amazing. Backwards Bastard is Dirty Bastard barrel aged.
Yep, that's
it's amazing. I have a 750 of that in my cellar. I wasn't about to drink that tonight. One, it's obviously higher ABV, a little bit, and
two, it's a
750. So I'm not doing that tonight. So I was going to drink an old stock ale, the 2023 old stock ale from North Coast Brewing.
But John's
I got shit to do tomorrow, and I got to be up early. And I did find this in the fridge, and I'm like, oh, gotta drink that. So there you go. So that evened out the playing field, so to speak. So,
it got bumped.
So, on another show, and I think I will. I'm sensing not mid-year, but an earlier, like, because we do the big beer show.
A mid-year crisis.
Yeah, right. New Year's, around New Year's, like our last show of every year is a big beer show. Beer's over, but I'm sensing like a bigger, like higher, like 8, 9, 10, somewhere in there. Show coming up. What day is 2 weeks from today? I believe you told me.
And 2 weeks from today will be American barley.
American barley wine day. Are we allowed to drink English barley wines on American barley wine day?
Is it made in America?
Yeah.
Then yeah. Because I'm not sure if it's the style or I don't know if it's geographical or style.
Right. If it's American barley wine style, we really wouldn't be drinking. We really wouldn't be doing it justice by drinking an English barley wine on American barley wine day. But if it's location, geographical, yeah, have at it.
And I'm actually, this is being very, very self-serving because you know I like English barley wines better than American barley wines.
Well, there goes one of my hot takes.
Oh, we should even
Well, we'll
get to
do it
those.
now. That was my segue.
Yeah. Well, very good. It's very nice. That was
almost
smooth.
like it was planned, but unplanned. There you go. And Brian Boak just commented. He said, "Barrel aged goes good with a cigar."
I am not arguing that whatsoever.
100%, sir. I am so.
It does.
I'm happy summer is here. I'm happy the warm weather is here. We get to enjoy June, July, August. I am honestly beginning to look forward to football season so that I can drink some nice barrel-aged beer and eat some good food and smoke a good cigar with you, sir, the three of us, and some other people at the tailgate at MetLife Stadium. So
there we go. But I don't disagree with that at all. The barrel age goes very
100%.
well with cigar. But I really think that the super roasty stouts, there is an interplay between the cigar and those super roasty stouts that I think it's almost magic.
It goes the other way too. Like, it's the interplay with that is fine, is great. And I also, if I'm going up to my deck and I'm lighting my fire pit and I'm having a bourbon or a rye, I'm lighting a cigar.
Mm-hmm.
So a barrel aged stout is both of those things.
Yeah, but you get those sweet barrel aged stouts that I don't think work.
No. Yeah, you need that. It's got
it needs to have a bite to the beer. Otherwise, the cigar's going to
depends
kill
on the cigar you have too. If you have a bigger,
if it's a Macanudo,
well, if you have
you can smoke
a
whatever you
big
want.
Maduro or an Oscuro, something heavy.
Oh yeah,
big flavorful cigar like that, it's going to stand up to any of the sweetness that's in a barrel aged stout or barley wine for that matter. But if you're smoking a Claro, if you're smoking something that's a little lighter,
or a Macanudo Cafe,
you're not gonna.
You're just basically sucking.
Right, you're not gonna know it. Right. You need that.
And I can't even smoke cigars.
It's just turned into a cigar show. We should do that. Something we'll talk about with Brian on his show when we do it. Well, I'll text you later, Brian. I'll let you know the date. So.
Yeah, maybe. I've been out of the cigar thing for so long.
Well, we could talk about it. Okay.
I wasn't even that knowledgeable when I was in it.
Well, you see what this is right there, right? It's a humidor, right?
Yeah, and somewhere in a box in storage, I have a Burlwood humidor.
I have another humidor over here, right here. So I shoot.
Did you hear that from the company I work for? So you know what you.
I know what your humidor is exactly.
It's a beautiful thing, but it lies empty.
All right.
All right. So
I think we should be doing our hot takes, whatever you want to call it. So there you go.
So the last time we did these, it was very, very music centric, and that was my fault. But it really, we had Starodubsky on. Was it Starod? Yes, Starodubsky was on the show, and it went in so many different directions. It was great. This time, I'm actually going to keep mine. It sounds like John will as well. Keep it to beer.
Yep.
So, but what I want to talk about, we talk about it a lot on this show. How you have the brewery experience. The brewery experience is a big thing, and there's so many things that go into that brewery experience. And a lot of times when either John and I decide to bring something home other than beer from a brewery, it's one, was a liquid good? Did I have a good time? Did I like the place? Do I want to buy? I want to buy something to remind me of being there at that time drinking that beer. So my hot takes are about brewery swag.
All right.
So your favorite brewery logoed shirt.
My favorite brewery logoed shirt.
That's not your own.
That's not my. So Coastal doesn't count, right? We can't do that.
Coastal does not count.
It would be very easy for me to say Treehouse Green, right? So that would be wearing it right now. There you go. My favorite brewery logoed shirt. Oh, geez. Well, the one you're wearing comes to mind. I do enjoy that Tilted Barn one.
Yes, I do enjoy this. This is not my favorite, but I do enjoy it.
That because you're wearing it. So
no farms, no beer.
and I have the same shirt. But my favorite brewery logo shirt is
You have a different color though, don't you?
no, I have the brown one.
That's it. Oh, really?
Um,
It comes in like
it
6
does. I
different
got the
color
brown one,
comic
so
books.
I mean, like-minded, right?
Okay.
What the hell? I mean, I honestly, geez, no, dishonestly, no, I'll lie to you.
Yeah, please let him. That's the thing. Today's generation uses that phrase. I'm not going to lie. Well, I'd hope
Yeah,
not.
exactly.
But the thing is, when I think about it, as much as I complain about it, I think back to our generation, and we'd always preface stuff with, "To be honest, it's the same thing, just said
Right.
in different ways."
Well,
it's like I can't get on them too much.
Lie to you.
Yeah, so it's like I can't really get on their case that much because we use a very, very similar phrase.
I mean, honestly, my favorite brewery logo shirt. Jeez. Honestly, it's probably. I just said that. I said the same thing, but I mean, it's the way your mind works, the way your candor paces itself. This is something that can be fluid too. Again, no pun intended. Right now, I would probably say my bearded Irish shirt from Nashville. Yeah.
Nashville.
The color of the shirt, the logo. I mean, because here's the thing, right? And I'll put it aside because there's logos that are actually, take Coastal for instance. Here, I'll just take one of the glasses. We have our Coastal logo, which is the wave, right?
Yep.
Then we have our text logo. All right.
Yeah.
And so there's two schools of thought there, right? Is it a logo on the shirt or is it text as the logo on the shirt? The bearded Irish shirt is text, but there's elements of a logo to it. So that's why I kind of like that.
Yeah.
So that's probably my favorite. But I overall for a logo wise, I'd probably say right now, my Surly Brewing from Minneapolis. Yeah.
Mine's easy, and you will see it every friggin' show that we do. That is our St. Patrick's Day show.
The Guinness shirt. The Guinness jersey. Yes, there you go.
That Guinness jersey. Any excuse I have to wear it, I will wear that.
Fair enough.
So, and I can't even come up with I own so many of the damn things. I can't even come up. I do like my Citizen 33 one.
Okay. That's out in, that was Wyoming, right?
No. Driggs,
Idaho. I knew it wasn't. I knew it was when you went to Utah, but you traveled to another state.
Yeah. And what I like about it is, John knows very well that I like to kind of tease and make fun of people a lot who go to breweries and they're wearing, a Heady Topper shirt. They're wearing a Hill Farmstead shirt. They're wearing, they're wearing shirts from breweries that everybody knows. It's like, okay, we get it. You're at a craft beer brewery. You like craft beer. We get it. That's nice. So what I like to do is I like to wear shirts from breweries that no one knows. So that's why I love, and the Citizen 33 shirt is a good go-to for me. Because it's one of those things where, like, let's see how serious they really are at taking someone's advice or recommendation to go somewhere, because you really have to work at it to get to Citizen 33 out of
Driggs, Idaho. Yeah.
You got to be staying in Idaho and going over to the Grand Tetons to go through Driggs.
There you go.
And Driggs is this little bastion of liberalism in the middle of the potato fields. It's really.
So what's your okay, I'm sorry. I was just gonna say, what's your next hot take?
The next one.
Are you sticking with the merch, the swag thing?
Oh yes, stick with merch. So the next one is near and dear to John's heart. What's your favorite cap, headwear, whatever you've got
from a brewery? Specifically a brewery.
Yeah. Brewery logoed.
Ready?
Yeah. You're wearing it.
I'm wearing it.
When the cameras came on and I saw you wearing that, I'm like, This is going to work well because I know that's his favorite.
Night Shift. I have several of this same hat. Okay, it's Night Shift. It's the owl for Night Shift. I have several of them, obviously all different color things. Same hat, just different colors, and it's my favorite brewery logo.
I call it the
hop
hop
owl. Yeah, it is a hop owl. It's an owl. It's a hop in the shape of an owl, or a hop with an owl drawn around it, if you want.
Or an owl with a hop.
Right,
pattern.
exactly. And if we're talking about hats that are not my own, it's Night Shift 100%.
So for me, it's one that I know that John wishes he had gotten when they were available, and that's the smug pom winter hat.
Yeah.
This thing,
I ordered it. He got it. I saw it. I went online. I ordered it. It was out of stock. They never made it again. So, and you're going there next week, right? You're going to see Rob.
I'm going there
to
next
see Rob.
Week. I don't know if Rob will be there. Rob's not always there.
I'll let you know who I spoke with. They want to book a show, so we got to get him on the show. So you got to bring beer back for it, obviously. But
yeah, you got to let me know.
But if they have, for whatever reason, one of them there, you need to get it for
any color.
Any color's fine. I prefer the one that you got. It's like red, white, and gray, right? Right,
yes.
With white stitching or something.
But there's some black in it.
So I prefer that one, and I think that's the only one they did. But they did a few.
No, they did. I think they did at least
Text
two
me a
variants
picture,
of it.
But
there was one that was like more Patriots colors.
601. I mean, yeah, it's all fine.
Yeah, red, white, and blue. But the thing about this hat, if it's like -5, -20 degrees outside, I won't wear this hat if it's above 10 degrees.
Because your head will sweat.
No, your head will cook. The way this thing is lined, it is insane how warm this damn hat is. So that's my number one. On to the next. Drinkware. I was going to say glassware, but it's actually drinkware. And you'll know why in a second.
I get you. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Drinking vessel.
Oh, drinking vessel. Okay. I thought you were going somewhere.
Drinkware, drinking vessel, whatever.
You know what? I mean, it's difficult because
you lost so many in the fire.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're gone, and some of them I've even forgotten what I had, right? But of the ones I have right now, my shilling one that you and I share, the goblet, the taller one with the gold rim, that's fantastic. My St. Bernardus goblet, I love. That's probably my go. That's my go-to for Belgians, right? I pour in that. Other than that, honestly, my it's probably a tie, honestly, between my Allagash 10-ounce. Here, I could actually pull it up for you. This one right here.
Okay. Yeah, that's a classic.
And my Treehouse Tiku.
Okay. That Allagash one, I've got a larger version of it in a box in storage, of course.
And I love my Willie Beckers. And here you go. My 3 beers tonight I had in Willie Beckers. Willie Becker night here.
Okay, so Mega Wink has chimed in on this one.
Okay.
And it's funny because it goes along with something I was going to say, because the one that I use more often on the show than anything, and John brought up shilling, but this is my shilling, and I use this a lot.
I use my Von Trapp dimple check.
Did you put Mega?
Put it up right now. Mega Wink Pub dimple check Bill's mug. There you go.
Right there. And this is my go-to on the show for anything that's a Pilsner or a lighter
100%.
lager. It goes in that. But my favorite is sitting right here.
Oh, your ceramic stein.
This is my Vian Stefan ceramic lidded stein that I got.
At Vian Stefan at the brewery. I know. We know.
I love that glass. I love that glass. Another honorable mention that goes out, though, is and now because they're shuttering, especially, is my my hand painted mini stemmed tulip Duck Rabbit glass. It's got 4 of their beer logos hand painted around the side of it. And thank you, Megalix. He said it's a beaut. So this is the second time we've used the "it's a beaut" on the show. Right? But this glass, I absolutely love this glass. I've got a few other
100% is a
this
beaut.
one's my
Absolutely,
favorite.
Mega Wing. Thank you.
I love the weight of it. I love the look of it. It's just such a great glass.
Nice.
And I really wish I had my kegerator going, and I wish I had a Luger.
You wish you had a Luger?
A Luger.
I'm sorry.
Maybe what's going to take.
Or Peter Luger.
I need to. Oh yeah, good steaks. No, I need to retube the whole thing. It's sat in storage too long. The tube's all molded. I should have pulled them off before I put them in storage.
Should have. Yeah. You can get more tubing, right? So that's fine.
Yeah, yes. Just go to Home Depot. So, at any rate. Okay, so
the next one. Moving on.
Other than shirt, hat, mug, favorite brewery swag.
Other than shirt, hat, mug, favorite brewery swag.
I'll rephrase it. Favorite brewery logoed swag.
Favorite brewery logoed swag, other than shirt, hat, or glassware.
Yeah. Other than what we've already mentioned.
I got to be honest with you. That.
Well, yeah. That's probably a good thing.
My Dogfish Head Neon. Eventually, I'll plug it in on one of the shows. Have it on.
It'd be nice. It'd be nice to see it.
My Dogfish Head Neon. That's my favorite non-hat shirt glassware brewery logoed swag.
Mine's sitting over here, and one of these days I need to hang it up.
Brooklyn Brewery Tin Tacker. There you go. And you can't see it. Hold on. I'm going to do something right now that I've actually never done on the show.
You're going to move the camera?
I can't move the camera because it's not a webcam. It's actually attached to my computer. But I'm going to take a picture of my tin tackers up here. And I'm going to show them.
And then show them.
But I'm mainly talking about the top one right there.
That's a great
I love my Grungeist top tin tacker. But
great.
that Anchor steam beer tin tacker, that's fantastic. And that's my Giants gnome. His name is Sherman. Hey.
Yeah, I've seen Sherman. This is another one of my tin tackers right here. John,
I think I've seen them before. What's the name of the owner of that? What's the first name? Can you say his name 3 times?
I can only say it once. I'm not going to say it more than twice. It's Ugly Carton. This is Carton Brewing. But I also have this tin tacker.
Rodenbach is very nice. That's a nice tin tacker. And you know why I love that one that you're holding right there?
Because it shows Grand Cru on it. You used to have it. Because I stole it from John. No, I didn't.
Yeah, mine is silicone somewhere. Actually, I know where.
Got it.
It's just silicone.
It's in the melted metal into the thing. Actually, it was a clover leaf. What you call it?
And that's
NBA
exactly
night.
where I got mine. Not the same NBA night.
I won that. Probably not the same NBA night. No. It could have possibly been. They may have had more than one.
So,
and now, favorite thing you ever got at a brewery that was not brewery logoed, other than drunk.
Favorite thing I ever got at a brewery that was not brewery logoed. Oh, geez. Favorite thing I ever got at a brewery that was not brewery logoed. A job?
It's a loaded question.
All right. There you go.
And I bring this up because I get to show one of my favorite things I ever got at a brewery that's not brewery logoed. My luchador mask.
Yeah, I mean, there's been several breweries. I mean, I've worked for many breweries, and I had been at every single brewery I worked for. I had been at the brewery for many years before I actually worked there. So there you go. So that would be my answer to that. Not in particular, but
there you go. That's a damn good answer. Well, that's the
but Brian actually, he actually makes a point. He said beer. Beer is not brewery logoed, so. Well, the vessel that it's contained in is brewery logo, but the beer itself. Usually,
but unless if you're getting a growler.
The growler, if you bring a growler but the growler is brewery logoed, even if it's not from that. But if
Not
it's not
always.
from that brewery, if you bring it yourself.
But actually, I actually have one of the old style German ones with the metal handle on it and the flip top. There's no logo.
I had
on that.
2 of those. I had,
And there's
I had a Victory, and I had a Cricket Hill.
But yours were logoed.
Both of them
Mine
were
is
logoed,
not.
though. Yeah, and Mega Wink
Mine-
actually just said I can do side pours with a Pluto beer gun. He said.
I am not familiar with the Pluto beer
Interesting.
gun.
But I am
Are you,
not
Jim?
familiar with it. I actually am not. Mega Wink Pub, please let us know what. You know what? I feel silly that I don't know what it is.
So do I.
Please fill us in. I can do a little research too. But Brian said the beer itself, 100%, the beer itself is not brewery logoed. So there.
It's actually a friggin' gun. It looks like a gun. It looks. It looks like. Ever seen anybody do? What's the paint guns? What do they call those? Not aerosol. The guns.
Airbrush.
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 It looks like an airbrush gun. Yeah.
Interesting.
Pretty cool. I've never seen this before.
That's fantastic. He
That
just said
really-
made in Australia doing image search. That's what he just did. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I done did. It's like I said, it looks a lot like a what you call a gun. You can do a side pour with that, really? I guess you just hold it on its side.
Pluto beer gun. I'm
Makes
gonna have to
sense.
pull that up right now, and then show it on the camera.
Yeah.
I mean,
So I assume this is what Megawink is doing is doing his Schnitt pours with. It comes in many different things. There's so many different finishes and coatings on this. So it looks like the Pluto beer gun has many different levels.
there it is. There's a Pluto beer gun. There you go.
Yeah. There you go. But
those of you listening to the audio podcast, if you're that interested in it, 1 hour and 27 minutes into the show,
or Google it
Google it
damn
yourself.
selves.
There you
go. But Megawink said the stainless.
Oh
version.
yes, the stainless version is nice, very nice,
Nice, very nice.
Had
We haven't done that.
what you call it? So he's in. They're in Haddon Heights. Yeah, there you go, Haddon Heights. So we did have Kings Road on the show not too long ago. So he said it gets to the bottom of the nippled mug.
I'm sure it does. And Wayfinder's down that area as well, is it not?
Wanderback. Wayfinders in Oregon.
Yeah, Oregon. Yeah.
Wanderback's actually
Wanderback's
Wanderback's down in Cumberland, Cumberland.
Oh, they're further south. That's
South
right. They're
Carolina,
further south.
yeah.
I always forget that.
The brewing out of Hidden Sands in Atlantic County, but they're opening the brewery in Vineland, down in Cumberland.
Or if you're from Massachusetts,
Finland.
Finland.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go. All right, so you're done with your hop takes?
I'm done with
I
mine. What
got
do you
this for you. Okay, ready? So it's beers, right? So I'm gonna start with that. So we're
Beers.
gonna go Scotch ale or Old ale.
I mean, how can you put one against the other? They're two.
That's why it's a hot take.
Yes,
That's why it's a hot take.
Yeah, they're very, very malty. But,
Scotch ale or Old ale?
Well, it depends on which Old ale and which Scotch ale put.
All right, you're weaseling out of the question.
I am waffling.
Best Scotch ale you ever had versus the best Old ale you ever had. You can only drink one of them. They're both sitting in front of you. Which one you taking?
It becomes the Old ale.
Okay. My answer?
Yeah.
Yes.
Old ale.
No.
Yeah.
No. Yes.
Both. Yeah. Exactly. That's
I'm
what I
going
was
to have
doing.
an old Scotch ale. That's what I'm going to have.
Can't do it, Captain.
There you go. All right, here we go. English porter or American porter?
Are any of them allowed to be adjunct?
Nope. Straight porter.
Just straight up English. Actually, no. Baltic.
English porter or American porter?
Baltic.
Answer the question. Answer
Baltic.
the question, you dick.
No, then
There's a reason.
no. It actually
Just
becomes,
answer the question.
It actually becomes American.
American?
Well, because when we talk about my favorite color for a beer, English porters tend to be browner.
Okay.
It's a brown porter. I like those really
Fair
dark
enough.
porters, and I like rich
Fair
mouthfeel
enough.
porters, and that's
All right.
the
So
American
porter. Okay. Next one. American porter
Mhm.
or Baltic porter? All
Baltic.
right. You just jumped right ahead to the next question.
I do that.
All right. American barley wine or English barley wine?
English. We know this. We know this already. The thing is,
By the way, if
My
anybody is curious, I said both for the Scotch and Old Ale. And that's like Sophie's choice for me. All right, it really is. English porter.
No. Holy crap! That movie I bawled when you found out what her choice was. Don't compare.
It's just the sense of the word. You know what I'm saying, right? English porter, American porter for me. You know what? I mean, I love English porters because I love brown ales. Porter wise, though, it's an American porter, and that's fucking fantastic one right there. All right, I just had one 20 minutes ago, and it's fantastic.
And Anchor Porter is one of my
100%.
favorite porters
we've
ever brewed this.
And then American porter or Baltic porter, it's Baltic. Same. We're like-minded. American barley wine, English barley wine, yeah, English barley wine. I mean, hands down. American barley wines have their place, but it's just too.
They do. But what we did to barley wine by hopping it the way we hop it, I think really detracts from the beauty of a barley wine. And it is that age, it's that leather, it's there's some of the better ones have like almost a slight salinity to them. It's just being able to taste those things, and when you get the Americans pump a bunch of hops into it, the hops leach their way in and just
takes over. It takes over. Like I always say, right? 120-minute IPA, 120 Dogfish Head, 120. That's an American barley wine. It's an American. It's not an IPA. It's an American barley wine. All right. I'm going to throw this up really quick. First of all, Mega Wing Pub said Kings Road is great. Absolutely. Yeah, we had him on the show, and they're going to come back on. We'll keep an eye on, because his partner was. Who do we have on?
Why are you asking me?
I just said it to you. That's fine.
Shit anymore. We talked about this.
Did. Bob Hot Girdle. Hot Girdle. Not Hot Girdle.
Oh yeah. Hawk Girdle.
Hawk Girdle. Hawk Girdle. That's what I said. Hawk Girdle. Yeah. Hawk Girdle. Yeah. But he wants to come back on with his one partner or whatever. So we're gonna get him back on the show. We'll let you know. Keep an eye on that. But yeah, they're fantastic.
And definitely,
you got a lot of great beer down around you, by the way, Meg Wing Pub. You really, really do. So
yes, you do.
But Brian just said, he brings up a good point. His were English porter, Baltic porter, English barley wine for those three in a row. Let us know what your Scotch Ale Old Ale one was, Brian. But I'm gonna give Brian a nod on this. I'm gonna say this for a reason. All right, you and I went off book for the English versus American porter question. All right, because we went geography. All right, we didn't go for all intents and purposes. We didn't go style, right?
Style.
Most, not all, but most American porters have a little bitterness to them. Roasty bitterness, right?
Yeah,
English porters are more malty, which is why they tend to lean towards, a little bit. They don't have the darker malts in them because they're not as roasty, right? They tend to be a little bit more sweeter, and they tend to be more brown ales. But I understand where Brian's going in that, so that's cool. I like where you're going there.
No, absolutely.
And then Brian just said Old Ale, 100%. You know what? If you held a gun to my head, if you held a Luker to my head, right, it would be Old Ale. But yeah, I'm drinking a Scotch Ale right now, so how can I disrespect it, right?
What you missed here was if you held a
If I
Pluto
held a
gun,
Pluto gun in my head, it would be Old Ale, right?
That's what
There you
you
go. All right, moving on. Schwarzbier or Tomave Pivo? Schwarzbier.
Pivo.
I had to
We
throw
know
one
this.
in there that
We
you
know
and I
this.
disagreed on, right?
Because we both know that we disagree on
Exactly.
this one. The only reason I go Tomave Pivo, and I've said this a couple of times, Tomave Pivos tend to be a little more consistent than Schwarzbier because Schwarzbier is such a done style. Tomave Pivo, not as much. So when people do a Tomave Pivo,
Getting
they
there now.
tend to
It's
stick
getting
to
there.
style. It's getting there. But Schwarzbiers tend to be all over the place. And I've had too many Schwarzbiers where I'm like, why is it so fucking sweet? Is this a pastry Schwarzbier? What the hell? So it's just that consistency that I go with Tomave.
Brian Boak just said, if you held a gun to my head, I would drink whatever beer you want. You know, you're not wrong. There you go.
Including Dave's.
There you go. All right.
We'll see what he
does
does with that.
All right. All right. I'm switching it up. So you asked 5 beer questions. I asked 5 beer questions. I'm switching it up. I got 3 quick ones that are not beer related. And there's a reason.
Oh, okay.
There's a reason.
Okay.
All right. I got one movies question for you. And this came up last week, one day with a few people.
Star Wars.
Duh. I'm not going to ask you that question. Goodfellas or Godfather?
Okay. Godfather.
There you go. Brad just said including Dave. Yes.
Okay.
I can watch Goodfellas every single time it's on. I could sit, doesn't matter what point in the movie it's on, doesn't matter what else is on. If it's on, I'm turning it on, I'm leaving it on. I'm watching Goodfellas. Hold on. That being said, Godfather. Right.
Yeah. But the whole thing about Goodfellas is John is just in love with Ray Liotta's eyes. They're just he's just enamored with them.
Am I funny to you?
It's
Am I funny to you? What am I, a clown? Do I amuse you? The funny thing, I don't abuse you. That's the problem, right? But depends on the time.